drivers have on that road is the same right that the pedestrians also have. That's why the director of NRA and the ministry, they deem it fit and necessary to build on those pedestrians. Can get you on dangerous driving.
Okay, okay. Okay. Let me now bring in Dr. Gassama here. I know you are very much concerned about the issue of, road accidents. We have seen, since the construction of this battle-hardened highway, we have seen numerous reports of accidents, some even claiming lives. How much do you think this pedestrian crossing, and other measures will help in, reducing, the rate of accidents in the country?
Excellent question. I think I want to concur with the director and King Koli and, of course, my colleague from the Transport Union. You see, it's a very complex phenomenon. And we are dealing with human beings. Even where you have everything convenient for them, they will still find it rough for themselves. See, this is human. This is how we are cultured, whatever. So what I can see, I have to congratulate the national authorities on this, because, like the director, rumble strip, that one that makes noise, it has been documented. In fact, it has reduced accident in many countries, especially Ghana. Ghana has a very good success story on that. That alone, most of their highways, some of their highways, long distance highway, they put these things and it has reduced, the rate of speeding, and that multiplies into reducing, road accidents. So it is very good. And then now another feature, where is the bump, you're still going to reduce. Why is that 30? Because the 30 kilometers is very important. Like we said before, a car driving at 30 kilometers per hour can kill a person. You have 90% chances of surviving when you are hit by a car traveling at a speed of 30 kilometers per hour. So even 30 kilometers per hour is fine, but it's still dangerous. So this is what the pedestrian also need to understand. You don't have to say, okay, like you said, this is my right to cross. Yes, it's your right to cross, but for your own safety. If I see a driver flying, why should I risk my life? And that's why that is something that we need to also factor in. We are all pedestrians. One day or the other, you may not always be in the vehicle. Sometimes you cross. So you have to have critical mindset that speed is a killer. That if that really stinks into your mind, you will be careful in crossing the road.
Earlier on, I mean, Mr. Sambo mentioned that, I mean, they do try to sensitize their members through different WhatsApp group platforms. But on the contrary, you have had Commissioner mentioning sometimes they see, scenarios where drivers don't actually respect, I mean, these safety measures. Are you concerned in any way?
I'm very much concerned.
Like you said, in Ghana, this thing has helped in
the rumble strip,
but the attitude as well.
The mindset.
You can have this thing, but if the attitudes of the people.
I fully agree.
Even if you have King Koli putting at every checkpoint a traffic officer, the police cannot be everywhere.
I fully agree. But that's why this sensitization, this campaign is very necessary and it's very timely. Because people underestimate cars, the power they have, what they can do. You know, like a good example is like we said, drivers. If you are driving, let's say 50 kilometers per hour, and somebody just suddenly cross, what is the reaction time? What signs? What the available signs is that the driver uses only 1 second to be able to stop. Most of it, but now it has gone. It can be 1.11 or 1.4 seconds. But remember, when you are driving at 50 kilometers per hour, the science surrounding that is, you will be able to, about 14 seconds, your reaction time will increase from 1 second to 14 seconds. And how much space will you? You will go up to 24 meters to stop. And that's only 50 kilometers per hour. So who are you? I had a case, I have to say this. I was crossing this road myself, then these features were not there. And I was with a woman who wanted to cross. And we saw this car coming with that speed. He said, no. I said, I have to hold her hands. See, you don't know what the speed. You don't know what the speed. They are flying sometimes. But that was the time when these zebra crossings were not there. So you can imagine. So pedestrians ourselves, we should also be mindful of our safety. So critically, we should be thinking about these people are speeding, and speed is a killer. Because that also will help shape your behavior on the road.
And back to you, MD. I mean, for example, you got a place where there's this zebra crossing. I mean, what should I do? I want to cross. There's no feature, or there's no zebra crossing, like I said earlier on. What should I do?
Well, the thing is, I mean, these zebra crossings are in designated places along the road. And normally when you design these places, you put it along desire lines. At locations where there is maximum generation of pedestrian activities, like schools, hospitals, those kind of things, where they are. So that's normally the design in terms of where you locate these things. So they're located at optimum locations where you have the maximum generation of pedestrian activity. So hopefully we've covered those areas. And normally those are done in consultation with the community also sometimes. And so the locations are quite ideal in terms of where we want people to cross and where the desire is for people to cross to get from one side of the road to the other. But what we've seen at the moment, again, which is quite discouraging also, they've started putting in some bricks and things on the road near the barriers to be able to climb it, which is really very risky. So we ask people to walk to these locations where it is safe to cross, and the facilities are there also for you to cross the roads safely. Don't cross at locations which are not safe.
And I mean, in other countries where you have this zebra crossing, there's traffic light. I mean, that controls, when traffic should stop and for people to cross over. Do you have any plans?
Well, the thing is, there is always plans for improvements. I mean, we started with this. Ideally, to be honest with you, in countries where there is this culture of safety already inbuilt, simple traffic lights in pedestrian crossings, controlled crossings, as I said, would have solved the problem. Again, these are countries where, again, there is reliable source of power supply and all these things. So you know what it is. We had these lights in different locations where we had traffic lights actually operating. They are all gone out of order at the moment. So you have to rely on those capacity. But again, there are solutions in terms of solar lights and things, which also has some cost and maintenance requirements. But again, we're starting with this, but there's nothing stopping it being controlled. So once we get into the culture of safety and educating our people to also try to understand safety, because really we don't need the police standing at these crossings to control people crossing. It should be self-regulating without the need for police officers in there. Unfortunately, we are not yet there. That's why we started with this and see how it goes. And if it improves, we get to a culture where behaviorally we are all understanding this concept of safety and respect each other on the road. Pedestrians are equally important as vehicle users. So when we get to that place of maturity in terms of our safety culture, we can start introducing some of these features that you're talking about. But yes, they can always be done.
Somewhat nala jama indwasi kalama olof rek pour ñu jama discuss parce que bu ñëk bi yang ma doon wax ne commencé ngeen di jama waxal ak sen driver yi naka lañu wara behave ci kaw tali bi way yan jafé jafé ngeen nekk di am pour mëna gis ne ñepp topandor li ngeen nekk di wax parce que yaangi diga commissioner king ko lim doon wax yaangi wone yena ngi waxal sen gaay way ñom be légui ñu ngi am ay jafé jafé ak sama bi drivers ne nekku ñu respect
rules of the road. Yeah, lolo is important. Man, I believe ne ñun should put our hand together to make so need to understand lan moy the factor pour nga use yon bo wara jall attitudinal changes because man dama gëm ne it start at home because ñun ñep si kër leen jóge jangal suñ doomi naka la ñoo use tali bi jangal suñ doomi suñoo dem school because kuy ñu speed dafa gaaw brakes liquide la mun naa toj at any time lu ñoo def mooy ne jàngal aware suñ xale naka la ñoo cross nit yi foog ñu change seen attitude take ownership of what we have suñ ko defee rek we developed te directeur wax na lu am solo nit yi ñoo war a change seen attitude seen boor sa keroog ma fa doon def gis naa ku teg bloc pour jaala pavement an loolu correctul yaa ngi gis place boo xam ne mun nga faa jaar easily xamuloo sa bopp nga ne non dama yaakamti dama ñaay lan la war a cost kon ñun ñu ngee dem di interact su suñ driver gis nga tool boo gis o gétta boo gis am na koo xam ne moom yàlla num ko bindeel what along the line we convince them wan leen ne lii soo ko defee yow sa gàllankoor moo si nekk because the life you save may be your own life kon dañ leen dee wax foo leen gis zebra crossing make sure leen either police mu fa police nekku fa yow as a citizen should be your own police officer.
But MD nya jube afo sura account I mean this zebra crossing mo jama ekaje mano kanne bari maybe echa america abeje just pour ka siloni nyande mo jama ma respect hani driver mo jama je they don't know what the purpose of that zebra crossing so albo mo nekk pour kaje driver ning mo man ko ibe sin tamole ye nying safety ni understand kalon nyine mala nafati
nying safety campaign nying start le ba on iba fagal video nyol me ngaki science alba je nying
imagine you tante kam
ba ke kan in all the languages nyimba languages nyol beldo manike on sura kan fla kan to and in fact nin tata to the next stage is actually mbabola nying CC falto yanne to go to the communities to meet these people. So we meet the pocket garages also, the garage also, with our school also, because I remember for them for Kumaya bag. Since Dindi Yawaton Meng Banu school, we can use safety cool kele in school how to cross the road safety and things. Balon for Bakir and Kabi Malong, but control time over meter. But
the moment I quaker Alfati, do be yes. Simple sense.
Exactly. And then the dingon fan candle in Nale, because I can die for an Kebata Okono, will be better. Well, so ning campaign man amam dam follow, but finta la kara mol trail community shoulder and ki educate nyina. So definitely fana bijele.
So muna mun zebra crossing la kumaya.
Yeah, nyim kumaya meant drong abe mu hakil to world. Drive on the side, ni bina nying approach la nyanda ya approach ya long ko mole ba cross kanyin laro because wala na jani bo frere je fango sign jamal le bijeng kele speed follow tala ni ajibe speed limit nying katala from 70 akara 50 akara tansaba then yena nang fana ikana selefen ne kamem fana kele speed tala. So we'll be a move from Kumaya and fende from BML and Konilo Takan as driver Akakumale. And it's suit any Tamaraga Kumala, suit of Anakaya and Lamposo. In fact, we can even go to a stage further to have this thing called column me along flashing beacons on the battery, like Wolbaki like Malar all the time. So Fenjamal Lebije, Aliu, but the Memu quote if an Namolo really Belemo. Because a driver lemo, a pedestrian for an co, Dr. Yafayami for an pedestrian for an Ibina and Kang, Ibina Kang. Among Coconina and Jerome because several BA pedestrian cross in Italy right to them. No. Jubero Kedlar do Murol Menkanang. Because driver will find Hakilo Batraje, Niba inclusive, the Molcatrilla mobile tole, Batrasilo Jubela. So make sure you're funny in driver by new Jubekan. Eba cross Keba driver Jubekan, Monekan. I be Jubero Labang. Faber Fender Jubekan do a bang. Faber Janiba Crossler.
Because Dolby de Kaje, Ekata Dulamia and his zebra crossing is just 100 meters. But Ekat tile Purkara Foje. e kala fika dula just mono cross
no man koy
an nyimbe un problème moti
o man koy bo ke kan fa sayin
so mar nga king nadi ka etole marta luwani ngaje ala molbe dula beto ka mexo ko molie kanta bari ngalam police wote tarno la dula beto so luwaye muna fo nyin zebra crossing nyi moya violate comme ça drive volo ya fo nyamen amen dolbe je bu kanyi luwal noma
ya baraka bake zebra crossing ida pedestrian lowo o drive lowo nin drive yake is insa mutano luwa minto wolon dangerous driving or even neglect of traffic signboard because zebra crossing mu signboard o leti mimbe traffic o kono so near traffic o neglect womu section 84 leti B of the Motor Traffic Act
and womu gelati nyente fine la gelati
the fine no I cannot remember la no sign but section 84 is the neglecting of the traffic sign
because I know you mastered the whole thing so exactly
the fine for it will be open or whatever but I know that is section 84 now ning atrako hadama dingolom ko child carelessly crossing the road or an adult person will be wokonol but nin lafta kana min for zebra crossing na koto ntol dalta minna along dunia ka advance le karangol ka advance le karangol ka renew le na millon nun jang na zebra crossing na akake line nani leti coming ninyin mu line ol timin kuntun tan konka min jeteng screen auto janni ka futala line koyo dole ka tarajang woka tandi ko ning moto nata naftata line koyo la mo manyan na katambi koteke because saying moto nying wolo mansati ite tambila manyana cross la koteke bari moto nata faftata nyin line auto ning adama dingo fana nata na dunta nying line o mimbe tema kono nyim moto tiyo fana manyana tambila wo line dola janni be ftala nyin zebra crossing na so maybe for director saying makoy woto mantra wo jekang nyin sila kuto kan bar nyin sila kotol kan nganna mol karandi walla ngambu jamal karandi walla andum dem ki mbe minna te ngamra wala important mota be lonna bar nim futate kan nke karandi aka ku jamale tala fanga example of ja oil
konta kam me fare image screen auto
exactly image yo ima online oje so ibaje la ko the moment nin dunta drong akamunta ko sign sinna tamala is the owner of the road is the king moto nyanta lolale yeba to fight bari nga min je sign kuta malkan olli nyin line kuntungol lebije woni line do tije okay nim futata jani ka futa sukuta jaban traffic light wo speed bomb min bije anin crossing dula wo it is fantastic because anin crossing dula drong molbita ay man jam fanyola among even 5 meters si but ne dula dol jibe I jam fata nyolale anunga man warning light soto pour ka tandi ko nyi molebe nyi dulanto comme dol Gambian dal tala nyame yalo nyi musula kutol nga kudol je nyi silo kan nene maje na sila dol kan so wala na lafta nyi nin karo kala nunja nyanta kala jannim binana jang but science nyi nin karo
MD brother I get clarify
yes sir
because MD
yeah I'm putting few things le bije I tonya for them or line will make it for them sometimes the minimum line is 2 normally or safety zones you're limiting when you approach a pedestrian crossing but wolu nyanta sila dal see because même important même kumayata drive wolu dalta menjela nyanta karan la wala so ni ba sila wala le no ko kacha bara to nya fole there are some many safety zones them whereby pedestrians from manya no kono ni bi da safety because you last when you cross adaming and it's a minimum line of 2 and a maximum of 7 also but ni ba sila ngol kacha so kumayata fana because leftale it will delta silo use nyaming nga ke wanya
atolbe alla ngani yomu cleanati pour kaji da safety on the road doctor nala fi indi rek yow nga jëm la touti amin ci okay be dar la jang just comme ya fo nyamen amin ye ku tol nati ñi katay kaje silobe ñi ñaari ya line ya draw ya ñi mu moti mala ko ibota ñomi wala imutudo konna pote imanyi kuti balong kisa mira nyiwo ka yake just pour kasi noni nyandi ida la mira loto ita mira ni si accident talaba
to nyala
especially nyemula daji kollo molka bf nyame silokan
yalong hadaba dungol ko lata bag niaje hani alamay nda dol kafriyata mabal sako hadaba din tem suwosi bori nyawanyam fo sala fa busola isi mo kono to dia londola anin keseya baro tatina daji koy fali yo bari silolu wala nan ka ko me moto de da way hakli ma yake jël katu moto ka diamu yene fem fe bari min ka moto borindi pour mo bolt min fane silo de da wala silo nyanto ya bel kaje harba di ngol nyanto men ka tamisi wala motol nyanto a bebeje yo sai
sila ma ko
sai men ntol atantol le bul sai nyantol men kaje momo le nyanto ya kanta driver lum yele nyanto kanta sinna tamala fana yele nyanto kanta sai ye men fote nyinin karo kum mata bak bari fokuluro e laje harba nte min jang gambe jang janni modol be je nyame ko jata bak dolu ka ko moy bari dolu hani yemu ne laje itakela oto sayin ndol be men kanten fonga ala fa bari mota ta re busota mo ka wati fo yani hakilo bula yo sayin nyi men yalan ko ye men ka silo kante ye silo nyarandi men ne kawe men fuko do la men ko silo nyarandi lo dron sila nyarando do mante ya nu ne wol nyin taman silo ka diamu ye inyanta kele nyame nyanta malay bari mota tara silo ka wati silo fanan ka diamu moyna mul nyanta wolo na mek même fo mu sinna tamalalti bang fo mu moto borindi lalti bang fo mu sere be sere tolo kan silo ka diamu yene silo ka taman sero men ka diamu yene iko speed limit bon von niaje abele ko 70 km wala mu akanta ni ko 30 km akanta bari ka ko mo sutiyandi ye men ke silo kan nim nga bula tanoma ni accident be talala bang
baraka bake wala mu Dr. Mamadou Gassama health promotion specialist WHO albe QTV jobe kan bi mutale pour ka NRA la road safety campaign mi wala kaja kan silo mol nyanta ka behave nyam silo kan pour ka agency accident ngol tala bitani short break la ande nyi mutan kacha nyi be continue.
Badingol bayal jiyala silakuto miyalon atelen sama sinin siloti Gambia banko kan battery hardin highway dum atela jamfo mun kilometer monin falalati battery hardin highway abe falindiro ke kan tani nala anin chokinyolo la Gambia banko kan nin silakuto ay rana baro soto anin fanan silo miyalon abe santo mutol katambani damintola bari nibe munafan kan nin silo la kana nyila ke fantanka olen ku foloti enyonde ke hakiloto min badingol alkana lo silo tema ka fo be taxi londila praye samba nyimum fenneti miyalon amon koy aka trafiko nyin detendile adu motol bukatano ni la faka dun taxi la taxi gara so be daminto wala dinkram mi yalon taxi ka lol to ka molsika nyinem fenti mi yala tel ko eta pour mobe drive mi yalon ika moto borondi adum fane ka lo dinkrato mi yalon imanya naka lo daminto ibe alaman lale woto nsa kata na silol seneyandi pour mobe la tanko ande
Welcome to the future of transportation in the Gambia. The Bertel-Harding Highway, a 22-kilometer double carriageway, is set to revolutionize travel and connectivity in our beloved country. For pedestrians, safety begins at the crossing. Use designated pedestrian crossings marked with patterned lines to ensure visibility and safety. Drivers must stop at these designated pedestrian crossings and give priority to people crossing the road.
Viewers, welcome back from that short break. You're watching, your road safety campaign being spearheaded by the National Roads Authority. And today we are looking at the issue of pedestrians crossing and, of course, the issue of pickup. We will discuss that aspect of the program in a moment. Just Janimita break, King. Dr. Gassama, I think Kumas and Willem Kulundirola Kumaya. Munamala Kumayati when it comes to road safety and inka accident. The second aspect of the discussion.
Abaraka kulundiro je ni ndola manika ba kangoto olonka buso chika ka molipa ka dingo kulu ka lipa ka kumbo ni nata bankola lua to kulundiro wolonka lua tamandi mokan miye lua nyintinyang particularly silo nyinkang o kulundiro Shinyin Karoke coming for drong until police mo institutional to manke revenue institution whereby every now Bafala Moli and Nangam Lesoto and Nangam Lesoto. But I be Kumaya la Pur Mol Fana ya long Barimbe Mole Karandekam. Ninkaro Mindron Fata, July Karo. Police only Kuluola mean la drive volcang because in the monkey criminal the drive volcang meaning la law violate atata for million killing Willie Tansaba and in Dalasi Kemelulu. 1,036,500.
Seri. No, but commissioner Ninka, no, commissioner Maseni and the follow. For driver. Is it commercial or private?
Driver because I don't call you a general transport union. So general transport union, well driver
but don't mandate mom private co van tolly. Ndol be lola min all commercial drivers.
But ngalo imoja abekela commercial vehicles.
Commissioner Ningo ya long bango sate o any mol siata dawda fo mol yeta je min kungol jan. That's the society we are. Ndol la nyin generation is so unfortunate. But ntol million ng kungol jara wala siara do bi je ba fa ay nalu so what we say min ke no ndol kam min ke in our level na president ngo kam min fo mole wolom alka dungal la group sol kono alka mol enlighten ya long loi munefo nte I believe as a citizen wolongo hani police ote da men demi mu civilian I should be a police officer in that ground.
It's your life at the end of the day.
You understand? Yeah. Sometimes katara man wokan I deal with them. Nika interact le na la police o jamale nyolon. But nka min fo wolonko. Ko be buka ke lipa road. Do bi je ni a explain na obviously ka understand ne samante nyinkel. But do bi je fo buso chika welcome. Nka min fo wolonko police are not revenue collectors. So kudol bi je fonga maslaha sin no more use but kudol bi je nte maslaha sin no more use no. Because do bi je fo ya itandala this is wrong. And two wrongs cannot make a right. Sometimes so it will final say mol marco no.
MD, let's now move to the issue of these drivers pick up Ikalo anywhere Kakamoluta. Are there any designated pickup zones? Drivers you know that Kamol Sika?
Well, Besilokan.
Okay.
I can see it all over the road at the moment. In fact, Ibijele and we are in fact even trying to Kakafu. Because science I'm in a mid-late fango, the drivers union, link also Gambia Transport Services Company, the Bosolo, to look at those things again with them. Okay. So and say provide no allocations me along be useless because we kumaya tabakele. Because member cake and saying is quite an video rejamin thing. If it around about new found, low wall found like a motor baton. And also yaje alumen interest in our fangoto is making our infrastructure bill becoming very dysfunctional. By that I mean that flyovers, for example, when you build a flyover, it's for through traffic. By the way, traffic jamata because certainly among cheap purka low. But you to flyover your jube. You want to use can, but you may at okay. It's because, for example, Nibara Senegal make an airport, it be can pass us dumale. But they are actually going to the airport. But not you can fly over using that designated places on either side of the flyover, like a more peak water. Then the flyover will walk but busy, which means the roundabout which changes direction as to where you are going, or for free. But in more at the moment.
But see the money,
Yeah.
Ale last email ko agenda ko kliano tabra albuka woke.
No, director ya fa nyama bole nyama. I think bala jannin na president ko katamo. Mbe nun tontie bulle to enlighten our drivers. Inyanta communicate wodularo because ndolbe we are victims. You understand? Mimbi je wolo drive we must take ownership, and secondly, first road signs only respect. Because near 20 below to GB, I think one daily Omari director call le kaitandala inyanta signboard ol kala dami mimbatina mol se dung garaso but mol le hawjata Gambia mobile hawjata ibe mimfola ni dunta garaso kono moto ka time delay. So the best thing kalu roundabout or ka motor pick and the police invite laje that would alone no stop zone la. Let them take the law. Because
but Cecilia, Banco Dolbe gay. I mean, you don't have police officers everywhere. People respect the rules. Or is it that Almanian science or understand?
No, I understand. Yalo mimbi je wolo mimbi je wolongo. Hada madingole kungo jar, and secondly, moma millong na nada purka loje pura understand abe time later for ya karandal. Gradually I understand what is the dangers na lota wodlad. But try can to enlighten our drivers. Inyanta picking killer dami manyana picking killer, but Gambia no in general wale hawjata because ika moljele motoje garas kon instead of you doing garas ika low bantale ka motobat.
But doctor, are you not surprised that moment la ko tata yet testing ke you get your driving license? We expect you should know all these signs.
Wanyanta kala wala na ngamera mbe police wala jaila ning ngal drive wala fa kanyolu molu hakilolu yiriwandi.
Doctor, ila Michael.
Alsi mol hakilolu yiro al memen kal ba kumata bak. Bar comme ngam foto yemen nginin kata kumata. Bar hada badingo munat na mo fombe ibe manya men ka munene bakala. Alors ni wol nginin ka fen jamal bo ada kunna tol. Hada badingo le ko ka ko yata bak. Sa kon tol le jang. Ndefanan kundu no memem fole police wol mbe mfana ngam experience wen silankan. O jama nenda buda subaro don kata office. Yeah. Barambe Bruce Bill bani dara to table la je ton table don te fonka molke drive be lori ngod line to imagine lolo dame ka passage volta ngo jël signa jama ngadu fongo ja bodna GNPC bodna nge ay chanso sang fa ay chanso sang fa ay gas wala samba amantenten amuda na back nga chocho kuma na maja alaftan nen alfa comment kay men si fa fute
in discipline.
Yes.
Ka police tigi woto say nyimu kulata ma kulata back police obeje watije molu mang ke fan kanta ha wo mu problem bati mbangu kanja yes molu mo mun ku bal mo wala nan kay inclure men foten iba kamba la la fa kendek ni diamu do ke nen fa ha i diamu de we ke bulele mo jama inte nan islan kanja ma an kata junal bari ke nyaka bari ke yamala donc fa ka yamaro do mal ko di bayi ko ke so samba be daloto bari ta force ay mi
but commissioner is there any time limits comme ça ni left ka lo ka passenger ta is there a time limit in the men spend at that spot and don't find is it advisable to park your vehicle where it's just broke a passenger ta because sometimes kaje fanang
no there are designated area code director ya for nyamin ko commercial vehicle or any other private vehicle here is for stopping. That is temporal. This is a highway. Here is for stopping. That means coming for. Ibe lolale ye kliano chika inaita. O ye lo ye kliano jindi without wasting more time inaita. But ni lota fananka wale for under section 84 neglect of traffic sign. Ite nyanta lole traffic jidite bije ye jite moto kono fang drive jita moto kono be clear nyinola. Be yundum. Uma ke stopping tika foka mojin. Wo sifalu nia jibe motol min kata Gambia kata nyindulanto iba jale talatale. Ninga mi muta nkela chabo busi lale nga poliso kumandina nge kumandin koy escort nanto mobile momo futata je nke fadi wili tang wili lululela walante wili tang because luako leaving a motor vehicle on a public highway under section 65 is a fine not more than 50,000 not less than 15,000 lua bije mi alon ka kolet in default 10 years imprisonment. But every day, comme nyinka minfo, ike tara jele. Every day, ike tara jele. Breach of fele. Silanding, comme nying. Jimu breach olete. Motobe jila na nyin silandi yena ye loja. Nimimbe jila na bridge otabe kala nyadi. Nka obe jiji.
Dangerous driving.
Anu akamim for police le taraji nte tarla no abeto. Nka mim for one senior officer in Kolnkaiko, we cannot be a poles. Did like poles. Posting police officers along the road, coming for Euro. Do you know how many police officers are performing duties on this Batin Hiding Highway every day? 62. Different from the station ones, permanent ones. We have 15 in 3 vehicles, this patrol vehicle, 5. 5 by 3, that's 15.
Allah patrol,
5 by 3, that is 15. 5, that's 15. 15 by 3, because morning, afternoon, and night. 15 by 3, that's 45. You have the motorcycles, 5 motorbicycles at a different locations for morning, afternoon, and night. That's 15, that's almost 60. Then at 7 o'clock, you have an ASP plus a chief inspector monitoring for Fanoeke every day. We know it is our duty. But nimba nying chilobe nyami, nyulbe la dokolaji, ning atara konga jikolta, komi nye minfo. Ajata wo police wole tara silo kamba.
Definitely.
And watero kanana kumaku. Watero is very important because January, February, wato police wol mantaji mo muang ani se wole fara. Nyin silo. Jani police wol bina. Woketa kabri ablay sanya na time mo jani on culture bina as IG. Then in nata ideal fine kam police like a dew accident or than NRA minka silo dada than any other person because we are to protect life and property. We cannot be sitting and seeing our people die.
But MD, are you also not worried? I mean, kode jama wala dunta nying sila dadato. Barinka ya sabe damen to accident ko masita ebe polo makan lampol betunya kan. I mean,
I'm definitely.
Well, we are very concerned. We are very concerned.
Yes.
And in fact, we are talking about this at the very highest level of government. Right. And really, very soon, inshallah, with their support, they are very concerned also. The executive is very concerned. These pools, you know how much they cost? Yeah. $400,000 is each. Up to about a month ago or 1.5 months ago, 13 pools you all knocked down. In the last 2 weeks, I think there was an extra 6 pools. Yeah. So we're talking about 20-something to 30 poles down already. But with this rate, they'll finish our polls.
So what do you think, Doctor, what do you think should happen to these people who just go around, I mean, destroying this infrastructure?
You know, that's why when you look at road safety, I mean, that the triple E's, you see, when we mention here, you have to educate, but you don't always stop at education. You also have to enforce, and of course the engineering. These all come together to change that behavior that we are talking about. You can give me the knowledge, the skills, whatever, but I will not apply it. But if I fear that there is a serious penalty, because I mean this penalty that he's talking about has, been documented over and over, that enforcement of laws, traffic laws, full enforcement can have reduced, road traffic crashes many quarters, especially in developing countries.
Well, if you are watching the program and you want to call in to share your views, ask questions, you can call 5050505, 5050505. If you want to be part of the program or any of the numbers you are seeing on your screens, you can call and just share with us your views and contributions as far as the issue of road safety is concerned. Sidia, Yamoy, Director
MDM. It's a concern, even be discuss in our office. I'm pare follow, but ndaka min for long attitudinal change for more daji call fali.
But for how long should we be talking about attitudinal change?
But mol kabo suol lekon. Mol moma wula tasiloka. Mol kabo suol lekon. Then fonga kuluro murundi na. Yeah.
Also, is it about the system? People think they can do whatever they want and nothing will come out of it. So when you are driving,
democracy misuse. At the end of the day, what is democracy? So more money mean the other. But we are doing a lot to sensitize our drivers how to use these roads. And also, because we are there to advocate people. Kalo munela nyantoti nyanta munekela. But it is all
I understand there's a caller on the line. Hello caller. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Nare.
Jammeh kay.
Malla Usman.
Di caller fan?
Maya caller Wellingara.
Wa Usman lo am pour yokk ci programme bi.
Man lima so joge airport Johnson.
Wow.
Balanga aga bridge.
Wow.
So you watch on your nga watch kenen kuy dem defa continue ek bridge.
Wow.
Wa da gis van driver dañu ñew. Be testil bi do mëna li da meli kuy egat bridge bi.
Okay.
Nga do am mëna bena right.
Okay.
Pomo every time problem. Last time dem na ma wa police bu fa nek.
Wow.
So mané ko né van driver kunte ebe clear. Dañ day ñëw ba jege lifin bi foo amee doo mën a lifin fale da ngaa mel ni kuy eggaat bridge bi nga door a wàcce ba bridge bi kenn waru koo jege at least da nga war a bàyyi distance boo xam ne kuy romba kuy wàcca mun na moo wàcce easily kuy egg mun na moo egg easily fekk kenn du am problème
jërëjëf Ousmane.
Okay man jërëjëf
Aliya for is the same thing that we are talking about.
Mimbije wolon ko na signboard so loje fo molle daji kol falling.
Signboard ol bije.
Fo molle daji kol falling.
Signboard ol bije la be maxing X signboard ol bije ko nyantalo la 50 meters away from the bridge. Molbi kata.
Molle nyante daji kol falling.
Sorry, I understand that's another caller. Hello caller, what's your name and where are you calling us from? Hello caller. Hello caller. Wow, definitely no caller loose. Yes, Dr. Aning.
Même photo ñinem akunna tola. Mbe kachal kelale mbe menkante. Kamuli yamar mbe menkante. Bari jiko hada bandungu jiko ko faling. Wonte bi kliklim fundi. Bari foye kuluro laje. Kuluro foye keje. Kuluro man ka komen kata kamo busadron. But why
we have our last caller. Hello caller, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
Hello, Sar from Lamen.
Okay, Sar,
I mean, man suma contribution neka moy.
Wow.
Fogg na dañ wara yoka police presence ci tali bi.
Okay.
Police presence ñun suñ police presence luñ ko dé défé moy traffic police bi taxaw. Tali bi dugal nañ sa xaalis bu bari boo xam ne it's not only police bi taxaw nañ def ay moto soo defaulté we go after you we arrest you and the law take its course that's it man daal that's my contribution.
Okay jërëjëf Sarr. I mean
waaw si affaire law bi tamit lu moo wax dañ war a bàyyi suñ xel ne traffic laws are not criminal laws. All offenses on the traffic are all miscellaneous. They are fines. In default, then you go in prisons. And then most of those laws, when we are enforcing, we make sure that we find them. And when we find them, they pay. Again, you leave them, they go and do anything, you find them. There is no law that says when an offense is committed directly, you send the person to prison. So these are some of the, that's why sometimes when I said, attitudes are changing, people are not behaving. We must also change our laws, let them go in line with the present generations.
Because sometimes the other day I was going to Gambia, Janika for a roundabout. I found your men there, you console on the manokang. Muna console on the manokang because Dolka was still in front of Bakele. So why should you put the cons there?
No, you console me them for their own protection. In 2022, 3 of my police officers were killed on the highway, performing duties in uniform. So the way and the manner the vehicles are flying on this road, if they are not protected, just to go and stand there, they will kill them. Some they can even be knocked, particularly at night. They can kill them and nobody will see the
I mean, to avoid that, MD, it's important for the traffic lights along this Badlanding highway. Maybe what's the traffic control now?
Well, the thing is, attitude. Even traffic lights, some people violate it also. What I'm calling. And again, from our experience of traffic lights, but it be a matter of saying.
Na cameras will can
no cameras will can Will work on definitely. The cameras will.
We put speed limits on the highways to prevent accidents.
Yes.
Speed limits camera if you violate the speed limit,
speed limits will be and cameras will be it's going to be automated also. All plants will be jele for battle harding because new infrastructures are certainly among cheap. So what well, that's a must. For you also to enforce also to help the police. Because police will they not here forever. At some point we should have a system which is high tech, people can detect, and also we'll be able to detect and send fines to them, automated, so that it's a Joe. The police will take their course.
In other countries, you wouldn't even see the police
on the road. No.
They can see like observing enjoying the traffic.
Everything is CCTV controlled in a central position, and no plans will be stored.
I think for me it's important. Often that not more police will blame, but I don't think we can blame the police because it if you're driving going to Garasama, come on.
But I remember for Fanango back, London Wahitam Commissioner Kuli. The enforcement will have an important drop.
Wow, so to
deter people from the business. So there should be punishments as well.
Oh, yes.
There should be punishment. I know these conversations will continue because it's a topical issue as far as this country is concerned. A small country as ours, registering this number of road accidents, I think, stringent measures must be taken. I think this campaign is part of efforts to ensure, we are able to reduce the rate of road accidents in the country. Gentlemen, it was good to have on the program. Like I said, Sidia Sambu, who is the Assistant Accident and Claim Department, General Transport Union. It was good to have you on the program. Abaraka Bake. Managing Director, National Roads Authority, Usman Sanyang. Abaraka Bake for coming on the program. Lamin King Colley, who is the Commissioner of Mobile Traffic Unit, and Dr. Mamadou Gassama, Health Promotion Specialist at WHO Country Office. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on the program. Do join us next Wednesday. Until then, bye bye from me, Alusis, and the entire production team, and then stay safe while you drive.